Hello, everyone. Ohayo gozaimasu. Welcome to Ohio Anime. Irashaimase. Everybody, welcome in. This is Ohio Anime, and tonight we're going to be talking about the new Ghost in the Shell. Pretty big new title. Very storied franchise, that's for sure. And the show kind of came at me unexpectedly. So, I mean, I've been waiting for a while, but when it was announced, I was like, oh, really? Wow, okay. Anyways, we're gonna get into that real quickly. Just let everybody know we're live right now on YouTube, YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, X, any of those places. So you can find us there. And then Popcasts on the Rocks is the channel you'll find us at for like podcast directories and such. So if you're on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or whatever, all those places, like, share, subscribe, that sort of thing. We'll keep tonight's episode a little bit tighter. Just say, is there anything that you must speak about that you've been watching otherwise in the world of anime? I know you've been pretty busy, but
yeah, I wish. I watched a couple episodes of Free Run because we're getting close to talking about that, and I realized I hadn't finished the season. I mean, I knew that, but I kind of forgot because it's been a while. But yeah, other than that, that's all I've been able to get to.
Okay, well, maybe you'll get some more anime watched on the plane, huh?
Yes, yeah, I was gonna download some anime to watch on the plane. So, the other thing I've been watching is The Pit on HBO, and it is not that is not anime, but I was gonna download that and an anime show to watch on the plane because it's gonna be a long flight.
The Pit. What's that?
Yeah, it's a medical drama.
Oh, okay. That sounds kind of familiar. All right. Okay.
Very good. Highly recommend that if you're taking a break from all the anime that you're watching.
Someone should make a medical drama anime. Like, probably someone has, but like I don't know of it.
Ooh, let's see if we can.
It could be either like zany anime style fun kind of show, or it could be hard nosed, serious.
I mean, there's not a lot. So they have Ameku MD, Doctor Detective, and there's Amazing Nurse Nanako, and that's really about it. I mean, Cells at Work, but I wouldn't call that like a medical do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's stretchy a little bit. So that's about it.
I'm gonna switch my headphones. Maybe it's my earbud that's being wonky and I'm just hearing it all wrong. Let's see. All right. Try saying something now.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
First,
am I so loud?
Very loud.
Am I shouting in your ears?
It's so clear now, too. It's so clear.
John, I'm so sorry.
Now some clicks.
Find your peace, John.
Yep. You'll like hear these things, it's like I can hear what's said, but yeah, you're in the room with me now, so.
Okay, well, good. I'll try not to be too loud.
No, you're fine. I just the volume. You're good. All right. Well, very good. I've been watching the Smoking Behind the Supermarket with you. I'm like through episode 7 or 8, and they're mini episodes yet. And then I see that there are full episodes or something as well. I'm confused. I haven't looked up what this is all about. Like, I wonder if the mini episodes are then kind of combined to make the full episodes.
Oh, sure.
So you can, however you want to watch it a little bite size, or.
I'm such a parent. I'm thinking they do this with Bluey now, because Bluey has like mini-sodes, but then they have like themed episodes where it's like the family goes camping or like on an outdoor adventure, or they go to the beach, and they have like a bunch of like little mini episodes strung together.
Right.
God, you can tell what era of life I'm in.
Yep. Okay. Well, maybe they're taking a cue from Bluey.
Indeed. My kids enjoy it.
but it's been a fun show. I tried Chain Smoker Cat, so like speaking of themed things,
Sure.
another smoking thing, but I only did the first episode. I don't know if I can continue. it's
Sure.
it's aggressively disgusting. So
Those are not pleasant words, and they're even less so strung together.
yes, some of the discussion around it, I mean, I haven't read a lot of it, but just a little bit. It's like, I don't know. It's talking about the show clearly having like weird, the creators clearly having weird kinks, and other people are saying, well, addiction isn't, shocker, addiction isn't pretty. And like, I don't know, this is a lot of the show is creating conversation. I'll say that. So,
Okay. Interesting.
yeah.
I'm probably going to download a show that's less, sparking conversation, but it will with Phil. It's Skeleton Knight in Another World.
Oh,
Here we go.
put it in front of your face. So it doesn't.
Oh, yeah. That's right. That's right. There we go. Skeleton Knight in Another World.
Okay.
So season 2 is out. I haven't seen season 1, so maybe I should binge that, decide if I want to see season 2.
Yes. Probably a good idea. Okay. Very good. Well, something we have to decide if we're gonna, keep watching as well is Ghost in the Shell. It's What's your history with Ghost in the Shell? What's your familiarity with it?
I watched Ghost in the Shell a long time ago, once. So,
Okay.
I know enough, but I don't know the ins and outs of Ghost in the Shell.
Okay. All right. Did we watch? I don't think we did. Did we watch Ghost in the Shell, the movie, for when we were covering cyberpunk stuff? No, we did. We did Akira instead, and we did.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, so I watched, I think, the Ghost in the Shell movie originally first, long, long time ago.
Yeah.
In this galaxy, and I loved it. I thought it was at the time, my young self thought it was a little slow, but I fell in love with the look, the feel, the aesthetic of the whole thing, and I've only liked it more every time I've watched it. Akira's done that same kind of thing for me, but Ghost in the Shell I liked more immediately, and the music is so good. And then I watched the second movie, which was different, more CG, but also quite good.
And I have not seen that.
Okay. Yeah, that one really focuses on Bato, her sidekick. And then they started the Ghost in the Shell standalone complex series. And that kind of went on for a while. And I watched a few seasons of it and enjoyed it quite a bit. And there were some really cool cyberpunky ideas that got planted in my brain from that show that I liked a lot. Also some good music. The music in this was done by Yoko Kanno, so Cowboy Bebop and fame and all that sort of thing.
That's a vibe. It's a vibe for this show for sure.
Yeah. So, but I kind of fell off of that, and then it started to go. They rebooted things again. It got more CG again, and they redesigned the characters some. And it got to be a lot of Ghost in the Shell things, and I don't think most of it was landing like the original movie and the original few seasons of standalone complex. And so I kind of just not paid attention anymore to any of it until they drop a trailer for this new one. And now a couple years ago, I did buy, actually I got it as a gift, but the book of the original Ghost in the Shell collection, the manga. And I've read a little bit of it, but not much. Sometime I will get it and show it on the stream here or whatever. But So when I saw this trailer, I recognized right away the look and everything from the manga.
Mm-hmm.
So I know there's a lot of this show is also creating discussion because it's got a lot of fans. You know, Ghost in the Shell blew up after the original movie and then the standalone complex series and all that sort of thing. And
Mm-hmm.
this is very different. It's
Yes.
tonally very different.
Yes.
But
I was going to say no slowness here.
you're right. But it very much looks way more in line with the original than anything that's
Mm-hmm.
been done before. So,
Mm-hmm.
so that's kind of my sort of history, this sort of opening here. There are 3 episodes currently available. We've both watched the first 2.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we're going to talk about. Let's see what we think about those first couple episodes.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think after the first episode, and are you watching it in Japanese or English?
Yeah. After the first episode, I was confused but intrigued and excited to move forward. And 2, I am watching it in Japanese.
All right.
Back at you.
Yeah. So I watched episode 1 in English, and then
Okay.
Phil said he tried it and enjoyed the Japanese a lot more. So I watched
I
episode
did too.
2 in Japanese.
I started in English, and about halfway through the episode, I was like, I don't feel connected to it. And I felt
Okay.
a little bit more connected. I will say it also could be a symptom of episodes 1, just pure chaos, that I
Mhm.
had a hard time connecting, but I definitely felt a little closer when I watched it in Japanese.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that they really tried to cram a lot into the first episode,
Yes. Yes.
and though the exposition logically made sense, like it wasn't where people, why would you be saying this type of scenario? It was, as an audience member, just a lot to take in a new world with whatever, you know. And that's me coming from, like, I have an understanding of who most of these characters are. It's
Yeah.
still like, you know, I get the
Yeah.
world. Like, I could only imagine if you have no idea what this is at all.
Yeah, I will. I mean, not to criticize off the bat, but it felt a little like JJK, where we were all like, "Can you just chill on the rules of the culling game and slow down a minute?" Like, this felt a little like that, just just a titch too frenetic. Pull it back, because
Mhm.
yes, I agree. As someone who's trying to play catch up after seeing Ghost in the Shell such a long time ago, I did get there, but I definitely watched that twice to be like, okay, get back in.
Yep.
And I had some familiarity, even though it's been a long time.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. So I know, like, I watched the first episode with Ashley, and she was not impressed because she's like, I don't know what's going on. You know, I
it
don't know what's
was
happening.
frenetic.
Mhm.
It was a lot. I mean, I visually stunning. And I loved, especially, I think their treatment of like outdoor scenes and natural
Mm.
world. Especially stunning there, just like juxtaposition of movement, color. Yeah, I don't know. I just really connected with that. But plot wise, that was a lot to absorb. I could see people being turned off by that first episode.
Mhm. Yeah, so I don't know what, what I haven't looked at what the reviews are, but, like I say, it is
Sure.
creating a lot of discussion just because there's so many people that are familiar with the other animated iterations, and this is so markedly different.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a lot of people like, tell me you don't know Ghost in the Shell without telling me you don't know Ghost in the Shell, kind of thing.
Sure.
And But how did things turn around or feel for you on the second episode?
Um, I mean, I felt like I was able to put some more pieces together and remember some things. Kind of get more of an overarching story, even though there were moments still where I was a little aware that I was lost. But you know, I think that's a lot of anime. It's a lot of shows. Even, you start in media res, like in the middle, and then you get to play catch up as an audience. So that's just what we're doing. It's just doing it, I think, at a speed times 10 of what shows usually do. So it can feel a little bit off-putting, but again, I don't know. I think you just kind of got to give it a chance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I'm there with you. I appreciate when a show doesn't. I like when a
Baby you.
show, yeah, doesn't baby you. They, they have complex plot and they put it out there, and it makes sense if you follow it, but it's fast and it's a lot at once. That kind of rewards repeat viewing, so you can watch again and like understand it, because as you watch,
Discover
yeah,
new
you
things.
need to like be able. It needs to not be so fast or so complex that you understand, you get the gist of it, and so it's still enjoyable. But if you want the like particular nuances of like which, party or faction is stabbing who in the back and who wants who to work for who and why you're, all this sort of thing, you want to understand those specifics, it might take another watch through or two. But
Yeah.
like we look at the big picture here, it's like Uramaki trying to recruit Major Motoko and her crew, and being in episode 2, that being able to happen, the conditions are met for her, that this deal sounds good enough, that here we go, please pay us a lot.
Yep.
So
yeah, I think this show is going to have to be a little bit careful. I think, like you said, these first couple of episodes especially encourage repeat viewing to get a better sense of the plot, feel more confident that you know what's happening, maybe appreciate some smaller details, appreciate some points that maybe you missed when you were trying to follow the quick pacing. But I think it's got to kind of slow it down in the next, or by the next episode. By episode 4, you shouldn't be really feeling like I have to go back to understand.
right. Yep.
And I feel like people could definitely, I rewatched some of the first episode because I kept thinking I must have missed something. And I mean, I did one of those things where I wasn't fully like immersed in it. I was like, I'm going to watch this. And then I was like, no, I really need to sit down and actually just watch it, which is a good thing, but it could turn some people off if it's too heavy on that.
Yeah. It was, in a way, talking about it, it's kind of like Lord of Mysteries.
Yeah.
That wasn't as mile a minute, but it was still a brand new world, brand new characters, brand new power systems and abilities and like structures of order, and that you have no idea. So it took a while to like kind of wrap your head around, where are we, who are players, and what are they doing?
Yeah. Yeah, for us, I feel like I'm glad we watched that before we watched this, because I feel like it gave me a sense of, give it a chance. Because I was also put off by the first couple of episodes of Lord of Mysteries. I remember talking between the three of us and being irritated. I was like, I don't know what's happening. I'm looking for resolution of plots, but maybe I shouldn't be. And, some of our viewers were chiming in like, yeah, that's not going to resolve. And I was getting frustrated. So I feel like I'm trying to be a little bit more open with this version of Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah. Well, it's hard as an audience member to just have the trust, to just, because there's a lot of people that, don't deserve it. So you to have the trust that you're telling a coherent story and not messing up somewhere. And,
Right.
Because once you determine like, okay, I'm not missing something, then you are guiding me along a path, and I need to believe that this is your intent,
Yep.
instead of mistake.
Because if I don't, I'm lost.
Yeah.
You've lost me.
Right.
Yep.
If I trust you and you've earned it, then I can let all those things go, because I know you have my back. It's gonna pay off eventually,
Yep.
It will become clear when it needs to be. So, okay. So you said you like the look of it. You like the. I mean,
Mhm.
I'm happy the characters look different. More like, again, like the original manga.
Mhm.
Very sort of in with those styles. It's very in vogue now in anime to basically draw. You see it in tons of shows. Their faces are all the same, cat-like
Yes.
from the side, and then they
Yep.
just change the hair color, or the hair style.
Style. Mhm.
And then, like, if there are certain shows, if it's like, oh, she's the, you know, mischievous girl, she's got a little cat tooth,
Yep.
oh, she's, whatever. It's
Or
like,
like her eyebrows are angled
yep.
or
Oh,
something,
she's the innocent one. She has giant breasts and like clumsy, like there's whatever, yeah, but
right?
like actually changing the look of someone, their face, and using those. Again, early anime did this because it was like going off of like early Disney. You'd have some very, you look at anything Ghibli, you got very different
Mhm.
faces on people. And so this show is embracing that older look, a little playing with the styles more, that sort of thing. So I like it.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely that was something I noted right away, the different look of so many different characters. It was nice as an audience member to really feel people looked differently because they were easier to remember during the frenetic pacing of who
Mm,
is that again? Who is that again?
yep.
Or, you just would catch a glimpse of somebody and be like, okay, I can sort of, tie their position to their look. And even if I don't remember their name, I know what they do because I remember your unique features. So,
Yep.
yeah, it was helpful.
Um, one thing that's interesting here is in the other iterations, they always kind of give Togusa crap for being a rookie. He's the guy that's kind of mulletish. That's like,
Oh, yeah.
he's the one that's fully human. He doesn't have any augmentations and stuff other
Right.
than like communications, whatever. And
Right.
but in this, they actually give you a reason to believe that he's a rookie. Like he makes mistakes and stuff. He knocks
Mhm.
himself out. It's like, I don't remember that being the case in other versions. It's like he seems pretty competent. Why you guys giving him a hard time? So yeah,
A little bit of realism.
yeah. Mhm. Um, I will say that I wish this looked a bit more 90s.
Hmm.
It
In what way?
it's a hard to describe sort of. I like to be a little rougher, a little
Hmm.
if it was grainier, maybe
Mm.
I
Mm.
it's I appreciate that this is bright and colorful and everything, but
Mhm.
there's something that's could be a little more hazy about it and make it feel a little more and transport me a bit more than
Sure.
than
You
this
need some
does.
grit.
Yeah, so this has like the art style, the literal lines look like the manga, so therefore it looks more 80s, 90s sort of thing.
Yes. Yes.
But with something with the color, and maybe that's just what they're going
Is it
for.
too clean?
It feels clean. Yeah, it feels clean.
Like I'm kind of looking at, the image we have before us right now. Like everything is very sharp, defined.
Mhm,
Nothing is messy or muddy or like you're saying a little grainy.
mhm.
Like
Yeah,
everything is perfect.
yeah, and I
It's
feel
very
like
within the lines.
yes.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
Mhm,
like a little kid coloring, it's so different when like a little kid does like a little smudgy or like when they learn to stay exactly in the line.
yeah. Like, I'd like it to feel more hand-drawn
Yeah,
and
okay.
less drawn on the computer, but
I think that's
there
fair. I it doesn't bother me ish. I think you're correct that it would enhance probably my viewing of it. When I think of, watching the first couple of episodes, like I said, I love the colors and I love like the shading, especially when we get to like an outdoor scene. I'm less fond of like indoor stuff.
Mm,
Um like the battle outside the orphanage in the forest. I really loved that. or at the end, when they're hanging out, and it's clearly sunset. Like the colors of the sunset were gorgeous. I could just like see that night sky. So those things, like, to me are that's what I'm more drawn to. Whereas like this image here of like everything indoors, like, is less impressive. It's more meh.
Sure. Yeah, they I don't know. It's we'll see how it goes.
Sure.
When I see how the tone shifts as things go on, like where things get more serious or whatever. If that makes a difference of how I view it, or like right now, in episode 2, you got the people going down the side streets and in the garbage truck, and it just feels like this is kind of modern day but dirtier,
Yeah.
and versus like my previous experience with it is like this is like, did you watch that show Kowloon at all? Generic romance, whatever.
Uh, no. I think I started the first episode and just got distracted. So no, I'm gonna say
Okay.
no.
Okay. The idea for the manga that city Kowloon does this sort of thing. It's like creating this oppressive, overwhelming,
Mhm.
sprawling cityscape thing that you feel like you can get lost in the corridors, and like there are whole communities and that would seemingly go undiscovered. Like there's a vastness to the mouse trap, the maze of the city,
Sure.
the underbelly that's forgotten about, all this sort of thing. These are the things that feel very
Sure.
cyberpunk to me. You get in Blade Runner, the how many levels
Or
below that you would,
it makes me think of Arcane.
sure, yeah, yep, something
Same
like that.
vibe.
And I want that, or was expecting that from Ghost in the Shell. And now again, maybe the original manga does not convey that sort of feeling. I don't know.
Mhm.
But to me, it's a big part of cyberpunk. The genre.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see, the city as backdrop kind of develop, because I mean, in the first 2 episodes, the garbage scene is really the most extended time we've spent in the city,
Yeah. Yep.
and that's pretty surface level.
Yep. Yep. Another thing is I've never seen, that I recall, Major Motoko Kusanagi deal with any sort of sexual relations in
Sure.
like people have, like, from memory, people have flirted with her and different stuff, but she's always been very like, here's the mission, and in
Mhm.
all content, she's like super sexy, sexualized, all this sort of thing, but there's no romance element to stuff.
Sure.
She has like a deep connection and friendship with Bato. They're like very, you know, they're companions or whatever, partners. It's a deep trust, that kind of thing. But
Mhm.
so, anyways, another departure from the other adaptations, and it
Mhm.
surprised me. So,
Yeah.
yep.
Yes, that also surprised me as well. I mean, it fits in this show vibe, this like chaos and frenzy and energy and action, and I have a hard time finding that sort of scene ever fitting into like the original Ghost in the Shell. It was shocking in terms of coming from that, but it wasn't shocking in this show universe. Does that
Right.
make sense?
Yeah. No, it fits with what we're being presented with here. But
Yes, yes. I mean, that being said, like, not where I was thinking of going with the character, but okay.
well, it
I
does.
mean, I hope there's a point to it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it made me think of, like, I wonder if they got the studio that does Don to Don because they handle so well that mix between high energy fun and serious,
Mhm.
some gut punches, and so
Yeah.
I'm hoping, I'll have fun this show if it's just fun, but I'm hoping they have their serious moments, because in the movie we're seeing some familiarity with the movie, the original, and where we're at in the show right now. And if it's like the movie at all, there should be a moment coming up, maybe even in the next episode, that feels pretty impactful.
Yep.
And I'm be interested to see how that's handled.
Yep.
And something that happens in the movie again is that Motoko is looking for, it's this feeling of like, I don't have a human body. I never did have a human body. I don't think I have a cybernetic brain. The ghost in there, what is it? What is it to be human, a thing again. And she could be trying to find that in different ways. Like in the
Mhm.
movie, she's like doing this kind of dangerous diving way below, and Bato's getting kind of worried about her and stuff like that in the water.
Right.
And it's kind of to feel something. So I don't mind some gratuitous sexual anything, but it would be nice if there's like these, it becomes an element of,
Right.
to this
There's a
depth
purpose.
to her. Yeah.
Yep. I agree.
Okay. Well, I will say that after the first episode, I really wasn't very excited to watch the second one. But
Yeah.
after the second episode, I'm kind of excited to see the third one. So I think that's progress. Do you feel similar or
That's improvement.
yeah.
Yeah, I felt better after rewatching some of the first episode and moving into the second. I was a little off put, but ready to keep going. And like you, I'm more willing after the second episode for sure.
All right.
I would like some balance though. Oh, that's a good one. I right now the energy of this show is giving me like, because we just watched it and talked about it, like X-Men 97 Jubilee, like
Mm,
her whole like skating around, like, headphones on, just like having fun, beating people up, getting going. It's like the characters on Motoko's team are giving me that energy. Like
yeah,
everybody on the team is giving me that vibe right now. They're having a lot of fun, but I would like some stakes to start creeping in there.
sure. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, high marks for,
Mm.
production value.
Yes.
And
Stunning visuals.
yeah. And we'll see where the story goes. I'm invested in still keeping watching it. Why don't we give it, like, we can say 5 episodes?
Do we know how many there are supposed to be?
No, I do not know.
Okay.
Or maybe like 4 episodes or something, and then we can decide. I would say whatever we end up watching for the next podcast for this. And then if it's like, if you're not interested, then we can move on to something else for the show, for the podcast. And I'm sure unless something really weird happens, I'll see the season through.
It looks like there are supposed to be 10.
Okay.
So I would give it through like a solid first half of the season, or if the timing works out, like up through 5 or 6 or whatever.
Yep.
And give it that solid, try.
Okay.
I usually like to finish what I start, so I can't imagine why I would stop unless it was something catastrophically awful that I couldn't take. But
Sure. Yep.
yeah.
All right. Very good. Well,
we have an accord.
Yeah. That's been Ohio Anime, kind of more quick episode. Phil unfortunately couldn't make it this week.
We miss ya.
Yeah, he is watching the show as well, so hopefully He'll be here for the next one. Make sure, again, that you like, share, subscribe on all the applicable places. You basically can find us at Popcast on the Rocks everywhere, except YouTube. YouTube, if you want, you could to just have the anime content, you can find us Ohio Anime. And then the
Yes.
Popcast on the Rocks is separate. That's our other regular show. So everywhere else, Popcast on the Rocks, you get both things. So Apple Podcasts, Spotify, other podcast directories, Twitch, X, all that sort of thing. So take your pick. Apologize for not having, it's been a little while since we've had an anime episode. We've lost, I think, 5 subscribers. So sorry for not having more stuff there, but it's been really tough to keep up with something anime and then also X-Men 97 and House of the Dragon.
Yep.
So
we are busy.
Yes. When you get back, we're going to have like a monster episode. It'll be like 3 episodes of House of the Dragon.
Yes.
And probably 2 of X-Men 97.
I
think is what it'll be.
So, yeah, at least.
At least. Because we didn't talk about... Yeah, I think there's only 1 X-Men 97 that's available now that we didn't talk about on the podcast yet.
Right, because we had to delay, so we got the extra one before.
Mhm.
So I think we'll have 2 this time.
Yep.
So we'll just be, yeah.
So
yeah, that makes sense.
Ideally next week, mega episode, House of the Dragon, 3 episodes, the latest 3, and then the latest 2 latest X-Men 97. And then the week after that, we'll be back to this show, Ghost in the Shell, for 2026, and probably be episodes probably 3, 4, and 5. So it'll be our first half of the first half, and then we'll see. Yeah. That should do it. So Andrea, thank you for making this work, and for I know he got busy sports schedule, and have a good time packing.
Thank you.
And all that sort of thing.
Thank you. Yes, yes. Just frantically throw clothing and other items in a suitcase and call her good.
Yep. So keep us updated how the shows, the anime go, watching on the plane or whatever. And if that's good. And we'll see everybody next time.
Sounds good. Have a good night.